Deals rewrite destiny. Giants fall hard. A health revolution. And made in America. Trump's Oval Office Shockwave in theaters now.
Someone just fainted in the Oval Office today, right in the middle of President Trump's announcement about Wegovy and Zepbound, the miracle weight loss drugs that help people drop pounds while fighting diabetes and heart disease. These GLP-1 medications have transformed millions of lives, but at $1,300 a month, they've bankrupted just as many. Until today. What happened in that room sent shockwaves through Big Pharma's profit machine. The giants thought they could keep Americans choosing between life-saving medicine and paying rent. They thought wrong. Trump just forced a surrender so total and so devastating to their greed that witnesses literally collapsed. Keep on watching. And speaking of transforming your health, weight loss drugs aren't the only breakthrough helping Americans look and feel younger. In a recent clinical trial, women who took 2.5 grams of collagen peptides daily for 8 weeks saw dramatic improvements, 25% reduction in eye wrinkles, 9% better skin elasticity, and 29% more hydration. Just like Trump is fighting to make medications affordable, BioTrust is making premium collagen accessible. Their ageless multi-collagen delivers 5 types of collagen that reduce wrinkles and strengthen joints. Right now, get 51% off at healthwithgary.com, plus free VIP coaching, a skin health ebook, and free shipping. While Trump battles Big Pharma's pricing, you can fight aging naturally. Visit healthwithgary.com for this limited time deal. It's linked below. So here's the moment everyone's talking about today. Someone fainting in the Oval Office.
Creating high-value jobs. But today, Oh, you okay? Gordon, you okay? Yeah.
We're going to break away for just a moment as the White House addresses what appears to be a health emergency in the Oval Office. Our prayers go out to that man, and we will certainly keep you updated and head back to the White House when the time is appropriate.
Creating high-value.
So the individual who collapsed here, Gordon Finley, who is a pharma bro, suddenly falling out in the Oval Office today. Yeah, the stress probably just got too much for him. We're going to find out more about this and some of the controversy surrounding those drugs. But here is where President Trump was joined by Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk in the big announcement in the Oval.
Already Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and EMD, Serrano, have agreed to drastically lower their prices for American patients. And today, Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk are joining the phenomenal list of the most exciting announcements. I mean, nobody's ever had announcements like, and this has to do with other pharmaceutical products also. But we're covering this today because it's such a big seller. I guess it's the number one selling thing there is today. These are two companies that are behind the groundbreaking weight loss drugs that have helped millions of Americans struggling with obesity live better, longer lives, everything else. These are the two companies that really broke ground. Until now, neither of these two popular drugs have been covered by Medicare for weight loss, and they've only rarely been covered by Medicaid. They've often cost consumers more than $1,000 per month, and some a lot more than that. Americans have been spending as much as 520% more for Zepbound and 1,400% more for Wegovy than patients in Europe. Think of that. 1,400% more than a patient in Europe for the exact same box. Already
absolutely ridiculous. The pricing that they have on those here domestically. Gordon Finley, though, is alive and well. Reports of his collapse in the Oval Office were mistaken. Novo Nordisk confirmed he wasn't there. The individual who fainted was mistaken, misidentified initially. No fatalities occurred. So it wasn't Gordon Finley as originally believed. CVS got sued for removing Zepbound. Eli Lilly's GLP-1 drug tirzepatide marketed as Zepbound for obesity, is now the world's best-selling medicine. Effects of this drug will be cataclysmic to healthcare as diabetes and obesity decline after decades of relentless growth. Brian Bueller writes, the GLP-1 like Wegovy and Zepbound work, but high doses can lead to serious side effects, muscle loss, bone density issues, even gastroparesis and blindness. Why the high dose? Insurance plus pharma push them for max reimbursement.
When you dig a little, today I want to cover the GLP-1 topic. A popular weight loss drug like Wegovy, Zepbound, these compounds have been phenomenal to help patients manage their insulin and get off those unwanted pounds. However, what we've seen is muscle wasting, loss of bone mineral density, and cataclysmic side effects like gastroparesis and even blindness. But when you dig a little deeper, these side...
Now, I know some people who've taken it, and they've had remarkable results. Like, okay, look at this person here. 5 hours ago, Tara Bull writes, Trump unveils landmark deal with Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk to slash Wegovy Zepbound. I'm not sure if this is a before and after of herself, but you can see the results are severe and dramatic from May of 23 to April of 24. Now, you don't need these drugs to lose that weight. You need exercise. You need a clean diet. I mean, you probably saw me a couple of years ago. I was at my lowest weight ever. I think about 215 pounds. After we got demonetized, stress and having to cut back staff really screwed up my schedule and my ability to stay on track with some of those things. So I gained a lot of that weight back. But I mean, I'm living proof that you don't need these drugs. But some people have to take them. Massive news. Trump announces DTC consumer prices at $250 and $2 for Wegovy, $376 for Zepbound, plus Medicare and Medicaid coverage. We just heard him say that. Trump administration negotiating an agreement today to offer some of their weight loss drugs at a lower price through Trump RX.
Trump RX. And costs for some popular weight loss drugs could drop soon. The Trump administration is reportedly negotiating an agreement with pharmaceutical companies to offer the drugs at a lower price through Trump RX. An announcement is expected as soon as this week. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze is at the White House with the latest. Hi, Elizabeth. How's this going to work?
Hey, Diane, sources tell us this deal could lower the cost of some popular weight loss drugs like Zepbound and Wegovy. Under this pending agreement between the Trump administration and the makers of those drugs, their price could be cut to roughly $149 a month, and the cost could be covered by Medicare for some people. Right now, they're about $499 a month without insurance. The drug makers Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk didn't confirm details. The White House says no deals have been officially announced, and until they are, this is speculation.
Well, no longer speculation, as President Trump made it official today. We have some more remarks from the Oval Office. Let's see. Eli Lilly spent $27 billion.
United States. Eli Lilly spent $27 billion. Novo is spending $10 billion in the United States. So they're building new plants and equipment. That's part of what will be $20 or $21 trillion this year. There's never been anything like it. I know nobody talks about it, but there's never been anything like, I would say, you would say, there's never been anything like this ever, whether it's China or Europe, or you could take all of Europe, there's never been anything like this.
Those companies that are cutting back prices are, in fact, now reinvesting in America at the same time. Here is Secretary RFK Jr.
It is going to have everybody will be able to get this drug, and it's going to change. We will lose the American public because of this agreement. We'll lose 125 million pounds by this time next year. Well, it is going to have dramatic effects on human health in this country. Everybody.
100, what?
We'll lose 125 million pounds by this time next year.
125 million pounds the American public will lose by this time next year. because of these new prices. That is wild when you think about it. Let's keep going. I think we got some more. Medicare, Medicaid will finally cover the cost.
Lost drugs. Just as significantly, Medicare and Medicaid will finally cover the cost of these weight loss drugs for millions of patients suffering from obesity. Copays for Medicare patients will be as low as $50. This is tremendous savings. I mean, now you're talking about from $1,350 to $50. This is tremendous news for the American seniors. And you all remember what I had 1/8 of 1% for the year. I cut it 1/8, and I was so thrilled. But now we're cutting it 1,000%, 1,200%. Nobody's ever seen anything like this. Nobody else could have done it, but I say that modestly. Just as significantly, Medicare and...
If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. So Trump isn't negotiating with Big Pharma. He is conquering them. Wegovy from $1,350 to $250, Zepbound from over $1,000 to $346, Medicare copays down to $50. These aren't just numbers. These are families who can afford groceries again, diabetics who won't skip doses, seniors choosing medicine and food. Secretary Kennedy says Americans will lose 125 million pounds of fat by next year. That's not weight loss. That's a health revolution delivered by presidential power. But remember, these powerful medications, they require medical supervision. So work with your doctor. So here's my question for you. Do you trust Big Pharma in their sudden generosity, or is this Trump forcing their hand? Drop your answer below. This deal proves one thing. When you have a president who fights for the people instead of the lobbyists, miracles happen. If you want to support real journalism, hit our merch shop. It's linked in the description.